How's it going, guys? Hope you had a super fun Halloween. Let me know what your costume was down in the comments section below. This year, I was choosing between either going as a job application, which I know would really scare some people, or the Joker. And unfortunately, Spirit Halloween only makes one of those two costumes. So I went as the Joker. I think I did a pretty good job. And yeah, I know in this photo my mirror is super dirty, but I really could care less about such a mundane task. I mean, I'm watching the price of Bitcoin go up and down. I'm thinking about the cure to cancer. I have these high frequency dialed in thoughts. I have to get rich. I mean, I'm not rich yet, and my mirror is dirty. One of those problems is getting solved, and it's not the mirror. Let's just put it like that. Anyway, another problem that we're facing as a society is that men are afraid to approach women. Men are scared of women, and let's talk about it.
Hello again, friends, and happy Halloween. This Halloween, I have decided to dress up as the scariest possible thing to my audience. A woman.
Yeah.
As the OG YouTube pick-me, I have made many videos dunking on bad female behavior, ranging from terrible things like the creepy female teacher epidemic, to more silly things like women posting their L's in my...
Dude, I've seen some of these videos of women trying to pick up guys, and the women dating strategy, or like the pickup strategy, it's insanely embarrassing. Obviously, there are more videos of guys having fails with women than there are women having fails with guys, but that's just because men are expected to make the first move more often. And so when you're doing more of a thing than another group, you are going to fail at that thing more than the group that isn't even trying. So anyway, but there are instances I saw recently. So there's this guy on TikTok, I forget his name, but he's like this 6'7" tall black guy who stands outside of like nightclubs or bars. And there are these videos of him just standing there like an NPC, like a mannequin. And women are approaching him because, you know, he's very conventionally attractive and they want to get his number. And just because normally you don't see this side of things, you usually see guys going up to girls. Now you see girls, what they say when they want to pick up a guy. And a lot of these women have no idea what they're doing. They just kind of are like, "Hi, where are you going?" Yeah, my friend thinks you're cute. Oh, I don't have a friend. It was me. And like, dude, it's really bad. Now, women, I don't really think need to learn how to pick up guys because I don't think the trend of guys being expected to pick up girls is going to change anytime soon. But let's just say whenever I see women trying to, you know, claim their territory or rizz up a guy, I gotta say y'all could use a little bit of work, but that's just, that's neither here nor there. I mean, guys could use some work too. I mean, there's some pretty fucking brutal rejections that I've seen. And yeah, it's not great, but...
My Are Women Okay video. The video where I read embarrassing stories women willingly put on the internet about themselves.
Yeah, that's the difference, right? For a woman to get rejected by a guy is just a little embarrassing, right? For a guy to get rejected by a woman, you have the comment section saying that he should be in a federal penitentiary, right? That he should be in jail. He should be locked up. Lock him up, right? And that's a bit of a different outcome than being like, "Ooh, girl, that's a little embarrassing." Like, you're either cringe or criminal.
That video has sort of become a fan favorite. So I've gotten many requests from you guys to do a male version of that video. But the issue I found is the male version just doesn't exist. No, I'm not joking. I looked everywhere for the male equivalent, but it turns out, unlike women, men don't like to post embarrassing stories about themselves. Women will be out here openly talking about the time they got a yeast infection.
Yeah, the thing about this as well is that, like, when a guy has an embarrassing moment, everybody seems to just make fun of them and dogpile. When a woman does, it's like mostly men being like, "Oh my gosh, like that's so crazy," whatever, like turning it into a joke or being empathetic toward them, right? Like, think about it like this, right? If you're at a concert and a guy slips on a banana peel and falls on his ass, like in a very comical Mario Kart style way, everyone's gonna pull out their phone and start recording the guy and start laughing, right? If a woman does the same thing, those same guys who would have pulled out their phone if she was male are gonna rush to her defense and rescue her. It's like, whoa, queen, is that banana peel bothering you? Yo, you got a problem, lil' bro? And that's what's gonna happen, right? So yeah, embarrassment, I think for a woman is kind of charming, but embarrassment as a guy is just kind of like, you're cooked.
From the homeless man behind a Denny's, but a man won't even post about the time he said "you too" when a waitress said "enjoy your food." They take that shit to the grave. At least that's what I thought. Until I visited a dark, forbidden corner of the internet. I used a VPN, I changed my IP address, I went incognito mode, and I visited reddit.com.
Oh boy.
And I found one of the funniest
That's not good.
and most depressing communities I have ever come across in all my years doing this. It's
Okay.
true, folks.
Let's see
I
it.
may have found the one place on the internet where men are posting their L's. Lord knows it's hard to be a man today, you know? Like, I couldn't imagine. You're told to be nice, but not too nice, confident, but not too
true.
confident, 6 foot, 6 pack, 6 figures, have
That's
a
true.
perfect beard or a perfectly clean-shaven face.
Not to take the opportunity to dunk on women, but I also will always take that opportunity. There's this thing called the female delusion calculator, and again, I don't want to just reduce this to like a women are stupid segment of the video, but this website was invented because of a common trend of women being completely unaware of how the traits they desire in a man are actually in some cases pretty rare, right? So let's take this right now. Let's build our man right now. So as you can see, this is the woman picking out her dream guy, okay? Let's say I'm 21 years old, okay? And let's go 21 to 25. If I'm like a, I don't know, 22-year-old girl, maybe this is my age range, okay? And then maybe I want to date white only. I want at least 6'2", no obese, minimum income. Let's do 100K, right? So how rare is this individual, okay? So let's say he's a 23-year-old white male who's 6'2" and makes 100K. What percent of the population is this? Because this is something that if you asked a girl, hey, would these standards meet your minimum? And they would say, yeah, this is my minimum. Well, how rare is your minimum? Let's see. Well, probability 0.038. Delusion score 5 out of 5. You don't belong in this planet. So, yeah, that's less than 0.1% of the population. And yeah, not great. Obviously, most of this has to do with the age because most people below 25 are not making over 100K a year. And that's like the main thing. But, you know, even if we adjust the income, let's turn this down a little bit to like, even like, let's do like 55K. Wait, what? Did it go up or down? Oh, no, yeah. Now it's 0.2% of the population. So we got two guys here. Anyway, but yeah, you can see the kind of the ridiculousness of this all, right? When people like they list out their desirables and like their criteria, it's very oftentimes based in reality.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Before we dive into this video, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, Henson Shaving.
Let's
No.
maybe not do that.
No, they are not. We have gone over this many times in more serious videos. Modern men are going through a lot, and for a long time there was nowhere for them to vent. Can't vent to your friends because that's gay. Can't vent to your girlfriend because that's gay. Can't vent to a therapist because that's gay. Everything is gay, except of course gay sex, which we all know is only gay if the balls touch. So what is a man to do? Where is a man to go? Reddit. Of course. r/Kitchencels, to be exact. Kitchencels is a Reddit
What's
page
this?
where, quote, incels go to vent their frustrations with the world, as well as show off the food
No
they are
way.
consuming at
That's
the moment.
awesome.
Now, for those of you who don't know what an incel is, an incel is a involuntary celibate. Somebody who, for whatever reason,
Who is this video for? Like a new user to the internet?
cannot get laid or get a girlfriend. And for the people watching this,
Why don't you define water while you're at it?
a girlfriend is a girl that is your friend who you love. Like that little anime girl you watch in the corner of your screen, except she loves you back. So let's dive into this. Let's see what Reddit is cooking.
Okay. Kitchencels. What are the
Failed
guys
my
saying?
f***ing driver's test today.
Oh my God.
I'm 26 years old, I can't hold a job, I can't get laid, I can't even drive. I don't deserve flavor.
Wow, and he's having a slice of plain bread with egg whites. Interesting. Failed my driver's test today. I'm 20. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. If you're failing your driver's test at 26, that has nothing to do with women. Like, I don't think the lack of puss. If anything, I feel like being bitchless would make you a better driver because you just get those late nights by yourself. It's therapeutic. You don't need the bitches. You need to pass that driver's test ASAP, okay? I don't care. I'll pay for your driving school, bro. If it's really this bad, if you're 26, you're going to be 27 and you can't drive. I don't drive that often. I don't really have to. I work from home, you know. I don't have as much of a necessity to hop in the whipski, but if you need to pass this driver's test, I will, you know, hit me up, bro. I'll see what I can do for you.
I dropped my salad. I fail at everything I do. I'll never amount to anything.
That is disgusting.
I'm a perverted incel freak.
Why are you eating salad alone as a guy? I don't know.
Weirdly long toes. Classmates said I have school shooter vibes. Bowl of sludge. What am I looking at? Is this
that
your
a toilet?
classmate? Holy shit, maybe they were right. Resident Evil ass meal.
That's
I asked my
insane.
high school biology teacher out on a date the day I turned 18 via her Steam account. She blocked me. This
Wait.
biology teacher out on a date the day I turned 18 via her Steam.
Wait, but you had her Steam account to begin with, so you must have said something pretty fucked for her to block you. If you have your high school biology teacher's Steam account, you're kind of in. We can all agree that that's like closer to getting it than not getting it. So, you know, maybe we run that back. Let's do a VOD review and see how you could have prevented this. Because if I ever had my high school biology teacher's Steam account, I would have, like, think I got that shit unlocked.
Account. She
Lemon chicken looks good, though.
blocked me.
He's missing out.
This guy somehow managed to find the one female teacher that did not want to groom their male student. Incredible. Chicken looks good, though.
True.
7 out of 10. Asked a girl out and she started laughing.
Well, no, actually, it's the fact that she did want to groom him, but he turned 18 and then asked her out. So she decided to block him because he expired.
Oh, that's just a little.
Wait, what's
Chicken
this?
looks good, though. 7 out of 10. Asked
Yeah.
a girl out and she started laughing. Oh, that's just a learning experience, dude. Got super hard. Rice. Oh. 5'10".
Wait,
Rice
what?
looks good. The only girlfriend I've had was on an online game when I was 11. I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this. That was a man. That was a 45-year-old man.
Yeah.
Made this cake to celebrate 6 months on heroin. No woman could love a
Wait, what?
creature like me, but this feels great anyways. I only haven't ended my life because I don't
Alright.
want to make any women happy. My obsession with an anime girl
Dude, what is this video? Dude, this I might have to make a Reddit account and join this. This is awesome. I gotta read these. Made this cake to celebrate 6 months on heroin. No woman could love a creature like me, but this feels great anyways. I mean, is this like, does Reddit take any action to protect these people or like make sure that they're still alive? And because if you consider the fact that they're posting stuff like this and getting validated by other people, they're just gonna keep doing heroin. So I don't want Reddit to be complicit in the sort of like habitual use of heroin that's being egged on by Kitchencels.
I only haven't ended my life because I don't want to make any women happy.
That's
My
hilarious.
obsession with an anime girl prevents me from talking to 3D women. Every night before going to sleep, I watch a video of her kissing the camera, and it is almost always the highlight of my day. May I
Bro.
know which one it is? Sue from Monster Musume. You know what?
Bro.
After the last video I did, I
Alright.
can't even judge this. Like, at least it's human looking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think the issue is that if you are around people who don't say that this shit's a little bit weird, then you're gonna end up around people who are like, this isn't weird enough, right? You know, because it's like if I'm like talking to one of my boys and he's casually like, yeah, this is what I spanked the monkey to. I'm like, yeah, dude, get the fuck off the internet for a bit, bro. It's time for you and I to go on a camping trip, right? Little mental reset. No more of this supernatural stimuli. But then you go on Reddit and then they're like, oh yeah, no, this is my beginner stuff. Wait till you get to the more extreme stuff. It's like, okay.
The bar is in hell. I have a huge crush on
True.
a coworker. I was talking at her about fishing, and I jokingly said I could buy her one of those toy Barbie fishing rods and teach her how to catch a fish. She said, I don't think I'd be interested in that, in the most disgusted tone of voice
Wow.
I've ever heard a human muster. I like how he said talking at her. Not with her, not talking
Right.
with her, talking at her. Women
Based.
love when you talk at them. Just corner them and start yapping about World War I or like Warhammer lore. They f***ing love that shit. Just get right
Yes.
up in their face and explain to them the entire plot of Lord of the Rings. That's how you get them. My mom's new boyfriend is younger than me. Oh no, his mom is being hag-maxed. She's 52, I'm 23. He's 21. He could literally be my brother. What the f*** do they even talk about? Oh, don't worry about it, bro. They're not doing much talking. I wish a tomboy could just casually kidnap me and drag me into a
Okay.
21. He could literally be my
let's-
brother. What the f*** do they even talk about?
First of all, he says leftover pasta plus meat for my lunch.
Oh, don't worry about it, bro.
So I think he was just eating like a tube of fucking pasta meat, which is disgusting. But also, I want to say that, you know, if you're the 23-year-old, you have to, on one hand, as a man, be sort of impressed that this 21-year-old bagged your mom. But as a son, also be kind of disgusted at your mom for allowing a 21-year-old into her life like that. Like, you know what's... Your mom's getting cracked. Your mom is getting cracked by a 21-year-old, and you are downstairs booting up the game, and you're trying to drown out the sound of her moaning with your boys in the Discord call. And every now and then, they think something's wrong with your mic because they keep hearing this thumping sound, and you have to convince them that there's construction outside, right? Construction. When the only constructing that's happening is a reconstruction of your mother's uterus!
They're not doing much talking. I wish a tomboy could just casually kidnap me and drag me into a room. Pasta cereal.
You're eating pasta cereal. Yeah, white people are cooked.
I feel like tomboys are like an endangered
That's what you had to say. Oh, the tomboys part was weird. Tomboys versus fucking pasta soup, and you pick tomboys as the thing to criticize? You're high. You're high on this guy's heroin. The guy who's 6 months on heroin. You've been doing it for 7, apparently, because you think that tomboys is the first thing to mention.
Endangered species. What the is
there we
that?
go.
Forget
tomboys. Yeah.
You need to be kidnapped by the feds.
True.
You need to be exiled away from society for what you did to that pasta. My ancestors are weeping. The last time I met anyone was when I went to the psych ward a few years ago, where I got a crush on the first girl who ever showed me any interest. She ghosted me. Just my stupid chungus life. Oof. Okay, honestly, good. Do not get with the f***ing girl you met at the psych ward, okay?
You can fix her, bro.
Hey, none of this Harley Quinn Joker bullshit. You can't fix her.
No.
She can't fix you.
Bro, that's the whole point, right? I mean, why do you think people play Doom on impossible mode? We like a challenge, right? I mean, the whole I can't fix her thing, it's like, when you say that, it's like, well, now I kind of want to try. No, but you can't. Please don't. I joke about this, and like, maybe... Okay. Listen, maybe try once, hate yourself for like literally a month after it fails, but never try again, bro. It doesn't get better. It doesn't get easier. Find someone normal. Listen, I understand, like, you know, most people probably watching this channel, or specifically watching this channel, Shoe on Head, like, we probably were raised on the internet, and so we're kind of a little autistic and fucked in the head, but you have to try to find someone to balance you out a little bit, to ground you. Like, the last thing you want is to date some person who's like equally, if not more autistic than you, because it's just, dude, that person's gonna fucking ruin your life. Like, I hate to say it, you need to find someone who's like a little bit, at least orbiting the world of normality, right? You know what I mean? Like, you can't find someone, like, you don't want to date you as a girl, right? You want to date someone else as a girl.
No. Next. Today I found out the woman I have been pursuing is a lesbian. Burger meat hot dogs.
So bro's he's eating poop. So he's eating a poop sandwich. Interesting.
For me and my father, who hates me. Okay, one... That is doo-doo.
That's poop.
That is poop from-
That shit is poop. that shit poop. That shit is poop from a butt. That is poop, and it is on my screen, and that came out of a person's butt. It's poop.
My butt. And 2, it is not over. It's not over. There's still one way you can date her. Put this on. I don't deserve love. Segregated Tic Tacs. I have an eating disorder.
Tough.
Gay. So I almost never actually cook. I'm eating plain strawberry yogurt out of a dog bowl this morning.
Wow.
My lonely puppy life. Yesterday, my scrambled eggs were oversalted. This morning, they were undersalted. I have to kill myself. Wait, if the eggs are under-
That actually looks good, though. I mean, that looks like a nice, a good portion, a good egg to bread ratio. Like, your bread's not gonna get too soggy. It's probably still structurally intact. You could hold it with one hand, bite into it. I think you've done a great job. Also, you fucking idiot. You say this morning they were undersalted. Then put more salt on it. Like, when they're oversalted, you can't fix that. But when they're undersalted, you just put more salt on it.
This morning, they were undersalted. I have to kill
Like, did he get pre-salted eggs?
myself. Wait, if the eggs are undersalted, can't you just put more salt on them? Wait,
yeah.
Don't kill yourself. Just add more salt. Off to a VTuber burping compilation, and now I'm having the only meal
I'm sorry.
add more salt. Off to a VTuber burping compilation, and now I'm having the only meal I know how to make.
So you jerked. So you jerked off to a VTuber burping compilation, and you shared that with the internet. That should disqualify you from democracy. That should disqualify you fully from being able to cast a vote for your preferred candidate. And I think the fact that we can't vote on a candidate that stops people like you from voting removes a little faith I had in our country.
Where the f did it all go wrong? That is disgusting, bro. Which VTuber? Which one? Which one so I know to avoid that channel? A female coworker complimented me on my shirt, and I began to stutter trying to say thanks. This guy will
Dude, that's so tough.
Remember that for the rest of his f***ing life. Men will be 85 years old on their deathbed, surrounded by their family, remembering the time some random woman complimented his Metallica shirt 45 years ago. Ladies, you want—
Yeah, I have a similar sort of like obscure memory. Well, not really obscure, but one of those like moments that shouldn't mean anything, but just because you're a guy is a canon event. I was in Taco Bell, I think 2 or 3 years ago at this point, and it was like, I think it was like a random night. I don't think there was anything special happening. Like a Thursday, I go go in this Taco Bell and I sit down, I'm on my phone, and this really cute girl just like sits at the table, like at my table. There's just like 2 chairs. She doesn't say anything, so I like look up, and you know, I'm like kind of confused. But then they call my order. I sit down and I start eating it, and I'm like, did you place an order? And then she's like, no, like, you know, I ordered it from my phone. And I'm like, oh, I'm just making the most like stupid small talk you can imagine. So I'm like, do you have a lot of points? She's like, oh, I never really checked. So she checks her points and she has enough for like, you know, an extra thing. And she's like, oh, I have some points. Like, what should I get? And I'm like, oh, you should get this. And we were just like talking or whatever. And then we just get to talking about like, you know, our lives and stuff. And then, you know, I finish my food and I'm like, do I sit back down or do I try to get her number? And I threw out my food and I just left. I fumbled it. But yeah, I remember it because it was just like, it was like almost out of a movie, to be honest. And I'm kind of getting like a little flustered even talking about it because it was just like, anyway, I gotta stop. I'm gay.
I want to make a random man's life compliment his shirt. Just make sure it's not one of those like Acheeto anime shirts though. That was a weird era. I licked this canned tuna to imagine what it feels like to eat pussy. It doesn't taste like that or have that texture though. Put 5 pennies in your mouth, cut a hot dog down the middle, and then lick that. Probably closer. And here I am thinking the guy who licks a can of tuna pretending it was a pussy was rock bottom. What the f am I reading? Why can't you just buy a Fleshlight or something like a normal person? The smell and the flavor are important factors here.
Why are we reading the replies?
Stop. If it smells and tastes like tuna, something is wrong. She has an infection. Suppose a girl has blocked you on every platform, but you know her address. For the past year, you've been sending her 1 GIF each month, each one bigger than the last. Sometimes you include a note. She's never responded, but you know she's receiving them. How would you proceed? You don't.
Yeah.
You don't proceed. None of these people at this party know I beat it to giantess vor animations. Maybe. But now the whole internet does. I love the people in the comments.
Did he just say beer shot? Who's doing a shot of beer? Yeah, again, like, there's something so, like, this is more wrong than, well, actually, no, this is pretty wrong, too.
For animations. Maybe. But now the whole internet does. Yeah. I love the people in the comments like, my man. It is just actually insane, like, these people walk amongst us, like, the guy in front of you in line at the bank might have a being eaten alive fetish. Who knows? An acquaintance I have is talking with his girlfriend and 4 of her friends 40 feet away from me. He said, statistically, 1 of the 10 guys in this room is a rapist. They all looked at me. Funfetti pizza. I was talking to a girl who thought I
That's so brutal. Everyone's staring. This reminds me of that one Key and Peele sketch where, oh man, this is going to be a deep cut, but it's this.
For everyone. Whether you are young, whether you are old, whether you are Asian or Hispanic, whether you are straight or whether you are gay.
And they all just put the camera on him to embarrass him. That's literally what this is. It's like, whether you are a rapist.
They all looked at me. Funfetti pizza. I was talking to a girl who thought I was Latino. When I told her I'm Indian, she almost gagged.
Wow.
Woke up this Sunday morning.
Brutal.
I'm still 5'9". Okay, 5'9" is not f***ing short. What the
heck? 5'9" is how tall? That bad.
Hell have the dating apps done to men.
It's not that bad.
Women on dating apps have just like destroyed the male psyche.
Yeah, honestly, like if there was some elective thing that I could do, if I had a genie and like I had like 3 actual wishes, but I could do 1 thing for charity to pay for the 3 wishes, right? It's like I'm not just getting 3 wishes for free. I have to do something for charity. I would donate probably 2 inches off of my height to a guy in need because I'm 6'6" and I'm not taking this opportunity just to flex. I would donate like 3 inches of my height, go down to 6'3", and then make the guy who's 5'9" like 6 feet tall. That just seems like the best thing I could ever do.
Like, dude,
just change that guy's life. You know what I mean? Just make it like, oh.
Now believe if you're not 6'3", it's f***ing over. Didn't they just implement like a height filter on like Bumble or one of those apps or something? That is insane.
Fucked.
Could you imagine they did a weight filter? Could you imagine no women under 170 pounds? Could you fucking imagine? They would never. They would never.
There's a workaround to this in case you don't know. I don't have dating apps right now. I might re-get them soon. I don't know. But if you are interested in filtering out fat women from your dating recommendations, all you have to do is like, I don't know if you can do this, but I think on Tinder you can. You can just filter out like hobbies and then make like the workout one, the one that you have selected, like how active their lifestyle is. Then you just put like very active and then
For the first time. They weren't great nudes, but I kept paying because she talked to me. Spinning Glizzy. She talked to you, huh? Are you sure about that? Are you sure you were talking to Cutie Pie Kitten 69
You were talking to Andrew
and
Tate,
not
brother.
fucking Kamal from Pakistan?
Yeah.
Because apparently that's the thing. Apparently OnlyFans girls hire agencies in like India and Pakistan
true.
to like talk to their
Yeah.
simps for them. I masturbate to girls until I am tired of them, so I won't have to approach them and then get rejected. Is this
That's the method.
Is this why the birth rate is so low? See, I was under the impression it was because the economy and because
No.
gender relations are so terrible in this
No.
country and like women want a career and they're on birth control, blah, 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 blah.
No,
But
I mean, it realistically is all of those things plus what he just said.
I don't know. Maybe I was wrong.
I think also VTubers have some blood on their hands.
Maybe there's
Or some nut on their hands. Or some nut on their face.
just millions of this guy. Or maybe this is just Reddit. I can only get off to femboy hentai now. Corn on the cob, no salt, no butter, no nothing. This is the closest I can get to the feeling of eating out a girl's vagina. Oh, that's not... You know what? Maybe it is. I don't know. My cat was sitting on my lap and I had to make him move because I started to get hard when I saw a gif of Candace Owens. I was watching a not safe for work video with that one French
I know which gif he's talking about, too.
I saw a gif of Candace Owens. I was watching a not safe for work video with that one French
That's
girl and
disturbing, though.
coomed just when the camera
What?
randomly zoomed in 4K HD on a guy's face, so I did a load to a guy. Felt a little bit cucked and gay and cried a little bit. You could have looked away. But you didn't. Did you? My body is permanently deformed and crippled by decades of compulsive, joyless masturbation. Everyone who sees me can tell instantly. Saw a female's body in the cheese and had to jerk off before finishing the plate.
Wait, I kind of see it, though. Look. Wow.
Microwaved cheese lasagna.
That's
okay, so
disgusting.
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't read the first part. What the f is that? That is not lasagna. That is an abomination.
Yeah, there's
Off to a
some...
VTuber crying compilation and the hardest I've ever in my life. I used to be a track star in high school and both my parents always loved me. How did I
Jesus,
fall so
dude.
far? It's actually so crazy how like you can do everything right as a parent. You
Yeah.
can just be like a great
And then you're
responsible
cooked. Like I know what she's about to say. You, unfortunately, being a good parent doesn't save you from the evils of the internet corrupting your child.
parent and
You're
raise
done.
your kid right. And then
You're
one day
done.
on your son's like 13th birthday, you gift him his
An
own
iPad.
computer.
It's-
and then in a
it's
few years he's
over.
masturbating to anime girls crying and posting about it on
Oh my
Reddit.
God.
Tofu broke apart just like my life. Yesterday, for the first time in my life, I looked for and watched cuck porn on purpose, then cried. I have a micropenis. All porn is cuck porn. You're
That's
sitting in a
true.
chair watching two people fuck. You might as well be sitting in a chair in the corner of a hotel room watching two people fuck on a bed. What's the difference? Porn is basically virtual cucking. Tried to jack off today, but all the porn was so bad I just turned my phone off and cried myself to sleep. Okay, the reason why you think the
What?
porn is boring is because you are so completely desensitized from seeing it all the time. Like 40 years ago, dudes were jerking it to like the Sears catalog underwear ads. And now the most insane, depraved shit you could ever fucking imagine is only like a few clicks away. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't think humans were meant to live that.
You know, I also think that a lot of the people who are talking about this stuff aren't even people who are like that cooked to begin with. Like, truth be told, I do imagine a lot of the people on this Reddit, what is it called, like a community subreddit. A lot of people on this subreddit are probably pretty hopeless romantics, and they're probably very weird and they're losers. But if we're talking about just like baseline physical attractiveness, you know, I would assume that if a lot of these people were to strike up a conversation with an actual woman, that it wouldn't even be that over for them. Because if we take like just the decile scale and then we have 5 being average, like if we are to suspect that on average, because it's a group of like hundreds of people, most of these people are at you know, the average of 5 out of 10, that doesn't make it so that it's cooked for you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think a lot of people, especially because, like, let's be honest, a lot of these people on Reddit are probably white. Reddit seems to be a thing for white people. And so white people, and we do have a Eurocentric beauty standard, being white is a benefit for your perceived attractiveness in America. And so if you're a white guy, like, I truly don't think that it can ever be that over for you, especially, like, you know, you're watching all this shit that's literally deteriorating your brain. There's no way that it had to get to this point, and there's no way that it also can't come back from this point. I do think that if you're one of these people who needs to hear this, I don't know, I mean, you don't know your audience, you don't know I don't know every one of my 500,000 subscribers, right? But if you're one of these people who is really going through it, and if you're really watching this shit and you're ruining your life and you know it, because I don't think anyone's really proud of it, nobody on this forum is happy about it, it's not over for you. Like, it really isn't. You're in your 20s. Your body will never be as healthy as it is now, as able to reach your genetic ceiling as it is now. You will never be able to get as much of a head start as you can right now. You will never be as young as you are right now. And so why are you not taking that and running with it? Like, every day that I waste, I realize that I can do whatever I want to do, and I should always take advantage of that. C'est la vie, whatever. Carpe diem. C'est la vie, even what it is, whatever. Carpe diem, seize the day. Actually make something of yourself. No one is holding you back more than yourself. Use your time wisely. Stop being an idiot. You know this shit's bad. Close the fucking laptop. Go outside. Go to the gym. Life is your oyster. You can make it whatever you want to be. Truly. Obviously, things are fucked. Things have not been this bad, I think, for a lot of people in a while. It's hard to get a job. It's hard to make money. It's hard to find a girlfriend. It's hard to find friends. It's hard to find interests. I understand all of these things, yet simultaneously, part of the plight, the human experience, is powering through, is having an unrelenting thirst that you can't quench for life, you know, to let yourself, to become who you can truly be. You know, what is the saying? It's like, it's a shame for a man to grow old and to not see what he was capable of. You're capable of so much. You watching this video, you're watching me, and I know that if someone's listening to me, then I have respect for them. And that's true, because I respect myself. You are capable of so much, and you need to access that. You have life. You were given life. You were given life by your parents. That is a gift. Use that gift, harness it, make something of it, sharpen the blade. Just because your blade's a bit rusty and dull doesn't mean that it can't be sharpened and turned into a deadly weapon. So there's my little motivational speech. Seriously though, I mean, honestly, there's no way that if you're on Reddit and you're 20 something years old as a white guy that you have nothing to show for it at all. You have something to show for it, okay? It's never been, like, as fucked as it is now in society, it's also never been easier to become rich and powerful. Think about it like this. Dude, like, I wish I could flip my camera on. I have a monitor here, and a camera. I am talking into a microphone, and I'm getting paid to do so. I am not super educated. I didn't graduate college. I have only, you know, a few specific set of skills that I've been able to monetize, but I'm doing pretty good for myself. I'm independent, I'm self-sufficient, and I live a pretty fulfilling life. Obviously, not every day is great, and I have my ups and downs. I had a pretty shitty past 2 years. Maybe one day I'll get into it on camera, and that'll be like the 1,000,000 subscriber special, my actual life story, my background. But at the end of the day, it's like, you have the potential to do so much. There's AI, learn AI, make some shit, you know? You have to be vicious. You have to make something of yourself. You know, making money isn't honestly that hard. If you have an internet access, it's completely level the playing field. You do not have to be born into a rich family. You do not have to be put into a private school that has, you know, elite access, that is invite only, or a country club, right? The nepotism stuff has kind of been evened out by the fact that people with nothing, like Kai, I mean, think about like Kai Cenat, like that's some kid from poverty, and now he's making like millions of dollars a month. You can do it too. You literally can. And so just do it. Like Nike. Put a swoosh on me.
Like, I don't think humans were meant to see sissy hypno inflation compilation.
Yeah, but start by not watching this stuff
every second of the day, you know? Whenever I masturbate, I leave my cum sitting in my underwear. We can smell it, by the way. We can smell the cum. Women especially can tell if you have recently masturbated. You ladies know what I'm talking about. Like, you go up to a guy and, like, you can just tell. Like, you can smell it. If you're a guy and you're like, wait, is she joking? Is she being serious? Don't worry about it. Last night I jerked off in my goopy steamer.
Well, I want to know. Someone in the comments, let me know. That looks like a fucking fire breakfast, though.
Landed on my Xbox and fell into the ventilation of the console, and it turned me on so much
No, this can't be real.
Sprayed the console with 9 sprays of my mom's perfume and masturbated to the stench, and now it won't start. Breakfast to start the day. Why? Why? I've had this crush for 3 years and I want to screenshot and print some of her photos on Instagram to pee on them, but I can't even afford a printer, so I just wrote her name on a piece of paper and drowned it in my piss. I'm just a stupid pee cell. Why? I hate how the one time she wants to pop a tea for the gram is when she's breastfeeding. Got me using AI just to remove her baby from the pic. Save the earth and post them teas uncensored, plump and full of milk. This video is turning me into a fucking misandrist. This video is turning me into a femcel. I can't do this anymore. I'm dyeing my hair blue, I'm getting a nose ring, I'm growing out my armpit hair. The girl I like was wearing flip-flops and gym shorts at uni yesterday, sitting on the floor with her legs open. I went home and j***ed off 6 times in a row thinking about her feet and her butt. Woke up today, went to pee, and noticed that a chunk of skin on the back of my d*** is coming off. That's it!
This might be a reptilian. This post was made by an amphibian.
That's it! Men need to be born into prison and then earn their way out. There's probably something terribly wrong with my colon. I've been told to seek medical advice ASAP for several months, but it will probably figure itself out one way or another. Well, you should probably go to the
you know, that could be cancer. That could also be a thing that kills you, so maybe go check that out. I'm gonna be so honest with you, back on the whole thing of me not being super educated, I legit don't even know what a colon is. Like, I thought that was for grammar.
doctor if you don't want something.
I think it's in your butt, though.
I wish older women would pee.
Because they heard the colonoscopy is when they put a glove on your hand. They don't put it on they put a glove on their hand and they put it in your butt and they kind of like jiggle around or something. I don't know.
On me. Oh. God, the men you have sent to protect us are on Reddit fantasizing about getting pissed on. Discovered cartoon pornography at the age of 8 and life sucks since then. My mom caught me dry humping my torn mattress to some AI porn and hasn't looked at me in the eyes since. I haven't even touched a girl intimately yet and I've lived half my life. I'm 39. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, you're done. Everything I said earlier about you having time, no, yeah, I mean the reason you have time is because you're not this guy. You're not 38 or 39. Yeah, sorry, bro, it's too late.
First of all, bro is fart maxing. Second of all, men, you really gotta stop the porn. You gotta stop it or like just way less of it. It's not good for you. Listen, I used to be super pro porn a few years ago. Not anymore. It's gotten so bad, especially after COVID. I feel like it got so much worse. I feel like porn addiction just kind of exploded in the past few years. In women too, as we have previously discussed. Like, sure, everything is fine in moderation, blah, 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 but I feel like there's just like no moderation anymore. I feel like fucking everyone is just a gooner. And it's making everybody depressed. We're just like a society running on like perpetual post-nut depression.
That's true.
Afraid to talk to women at work in case they allegation max. Just friendliness max and LARP as a normapilled creepiness minimizer. I asked a girl.
That's so awesome.
Max. Just friendliness max and LARP as a normapilled creepiness minimizer. I asked a girl out at work and she reported me to HR. I think I'm gonna lose my job. See, this is sad. Like, back in the day...
Dude, that's the best part about being self-employed is that, like, what am I gonna get reported by HR?
It was totally...
For what? For what? Like, I could not be wearing any pants right now and could be on heroin and no one would know. I could literally be on, like, 10 different drugs, have my pants off, and have, like, literal slaves in that room. Yo, slaves! Slaves! My Del Taco arrived! You would have no idea.
Acceptable to flirt with your coworker, ask her on a date, whatever. Like, so many people's parents met because they worked together, because they were coworkers, and they flirted, and they hung out and stuff, and now it's, like, not socially acceptable at all to do that.
Yeah, I think that is women's fault, though. Like, again, if you're a woman and if you hear a guy, like, if you're at a job, right, and the guy flirts with you, and you're not interested, you're allowed to not be interested without ruining the guy's life. You know that, right? Like, you're allowed to just be uninterested from a romantic standpoint, but understand that by reporting him to HR, you're gonna literally fuck his entire life up, because not only will you probably get him fired, right, but you will make it so that when he tries to get a new job, they're gonna ask how his previous job ended, and then he's gonna have to either lie and not get caught, which would be lucky, and then maybe they find out later and it's even worse, but he'll probably tell the truth, and then he won't get the job. So please don't do that. I hate it. But it's also, people think, I've heard this word before, and it's kind of interesting. I don't know if it's like, really true, but it's called gynocracy, which is basically saying that like women have total control over modern society because of like their social power, right? Like being accused of some shit ruins your life, especially if you're not, you know, financially self-sufficient. If you're beholden to an employer and that employer has determined that you have you know, surpassed the quota of acceptable flirting, you're dead. Like it's over. You're fucked. Go learn meme coin trading, you know? Go do a rug pull. That's all you're going to be able to accomplish now because you're cooked.
HR culture has ruined the relationship between men and women in the workplace.
Yeah.
Fuck HR. Go talk to your crush. I got called into HR because apparently it's not okay to jokingly ask my coworker if I can gargle her period. Oh, what the f? Okay, never mind. Never mind. Don't do that. Don't do that. No more talking to women at work. No more talking to women at work. No more talking to women in general. Total ban on talking to women until we figure out what the hell is going on. Downloaded Tinder and got 2 matches in 5 days. F my stupid, ugly life. Okay, from what I know from like men who use the apps that I've talked to, that's actually really good. Oh my god, they're all...
No, it's not. No, it's not. 2 matches in 5 days? That's terrible. Tinder gives what's called a noob boost, where new accounts are shown at like 10 times the rate of accounts older than 2 days. And so in the first 2 days, the first 24 hours, you will have maximum exposure, right? More exposure than you will get from literally buying Tinder Platinum. And so that is basically going to be the final determining factor, right? If you get more or less than like 20 or 30 maybe likes, if you get over 50 likes in your first 24 hours, then you're good, right? Because Tinder is like dating on impossible mode. And so if you beat impossible mode by getting 50 likes, you're good forever. Because if you don't do Tinder, you'll find some girl IRL. And if you do, you'll still be fine. 2 matches in 2 days is pretty bad. And I know that it's probably very common, but that's just because dating apps are so bad. I would say that if you're still getting 2 matches in 2 days, you should, I'm not even joking, probably go to Looksmax in some sense. Because you can like think about it, bro, 2 more people than 2 should be able to like you in 2 days at least. So
so f***ing mad at him in the replies. You get a f***ing match in less than a week and you complain? Jesus. Stop humble bragging. I've gotten 0 matches in 3 months. 2 matches in 5 days?
Okay, maybe I'm lying.
Why are you even here? My culture is not your costume. Fake cell. Go outside and get your life together. A true cell gets 0 matches.
Damn, okay. Maybe I am a fake cell. Jesus, bro, I'm disgusting. I'm the worst, bro. I suck.
That's 2 people. How many do you need to be satisfied? Mods, take his balls away. 2 matches. Head on over to Kitchencels. Oh god, what is Kitchencels? Hold on. Kitchencels. It's real. Oh my god. I love cooking for my girlfriend with the money I make from my job. Made some ratatouille because I like the movie. Might go for a run later. I have had sex before. This is like the Krusty Krab across the street from the chum bucket. This is evil. This is diabolical. Okay, let's go back to Kitchencels. We're done here. I haven't felt the touch of a woman in months. Months? Fake cell. Try 25 years.
Oh my god.
Boo, fake cell. Fake cell spotted. Went to the drugstore and the girl cashier was nice to me. Started.
Okay, this is kind of like kind of elucidating because I didn't maybe I don't okay maybe I'm gonna say something I don't know if it's true. I didn't realize that it was so common for guys to go 25 years and still have their virginity, and that might be an ignorant thing to say, maybe because it's so true it's obvious, or because it's so false that it's retarded. I actually don't know which it is, and I feel like either way, that's still very sad that it has happened for some people, and they deserve more.
Stuttering, so she kind of giggled at me, so I left immediately. Felt so humiliated I couldn't stop myself to get home and masturbate to the idea of her suffering.
Maybe, okay, we'll read this in a second, but maybe it's because I'm like a man, and so I'm just kind of inherently empathetic to the struggles that other men face more than women, just because I am a man, and so I understand it more. Just like how girls relate to period cramps, I kind of understand like the incel struggle, right? Like not literally because, well, you know, I've never been an incel really, but like I want to help these people. You know what I mean? Like I don't see these people and I scoff at them and I think that they're like below me. I want to help them out. Like I feel like that's the whole thing that you should want to do as a guy, is to lift up, you know, your fellow man, you know, your brothers. And I feel like that's something that we don't, I think, see enough of in like the the male fraternal spaces. I think it's just kind of like, I understand that there's always going to be a competition between men, right? Between like, oh, you know, who gets the girl, whatever. But for the guys who are constantly struggling with it, you should want to help them. You shouldn't, like, what do you get from, you know, putting them down? Like, does that make you feel bigger as a man? Like, yeah, I mean, a lot of them are kind of hateful, but, you know, wouldn't you also be hateful if for 25 years your interactions with women were all negative at the very least, if not completely like traumatizing? So wouldn't you want to help those people out? I don't know. Maybe I'm ignorant, but
Masturbating to the idea of her suffering.
Yeah, that's insane, by the way.
Incredible. This is some classic incel. I like how there's just like a bunch of people in the comments like, dude, what the fuck? Bro, get some help. Fake cells when—
Wait, let me, hold on. Okay, yeah.
To people in the comments like, dude, what the fuck? Bro, get some help. Fake cells when a real incel pulls up. A girl I know has recently added me to her close friend stories. Well, today she posted a poll asking what color she should paint her toenails, and apparently my answer was, quote, too specific. I'm no longer in her close friends list. I once walked up to a woman I went to school with since middle school at a bar. Before I could even finish saying hello and asking how she was, a guy put himself between us and asked her if she knew me. She said no. I'm pretty sure they're married now.
Brutal.
22, no driver's license, no post-high school education, never had a job, never kissed a woman, and have horrible social anxiety. Flying bundle of bananas for dinner. I'm Albanian. F you.
That's
I'm
tough.
half Jewish, half Indian. It was over at birth. You didn't
he circumcised the
have
avocado.
to tell us the half Jewish part. We could tell by the circumcised avocado. 5'3". Finally got the confidence to walk up to a girl at a bar and she bent down and asked me where my parents are. Judging by what we have seen
like that's the kind of shit that could turn anyone into an incel.
Around this subreddit,
anyone into a misogynist.
some guys would be totally into that. Some men are—
People want to ask why Fresh and Fit have viewers, and then like you read a post about how a guy was talking to a girl and the girl bent over and asked where his parents are. Like, yeah, I'm going home and I'm joining the real world. Like, yeah, I'm going home and I'm tuning into the Rumble after show. Like,
are drowning.
That's so
while others
fucked.
Die of thirst. I should clean my bathroom, but without the drain flies, I have nobody left to keep me company. Asmongold, is that you? You don't just have your drain flies. Look, you have a little ant friend too.
Oh,
see, it's not all bad.
God.
Made peach cobbler. I have a date tomorrow. Maybe my femcel gay life is over. A woman going on—
Oh no.
To a incel subreddit talking
Oh, that's how you—
about how she has a date tomorrow. This is just evil.
That's just rope fuel. What do the comments say? Oh god, this is going to be some of the worst sexism we've ever seen.
This is just like eating a 5-course meal in front of a starving African child. What are you doing, bitch? I'm a femcel loser.
She didn't show the comments.
Who can't
probably just got banned before she got threats against her life.
Talk to people and spends all her time playing games. Guy I had a crush on from high school told me he wasn't interested in a relationship, but I think he's lying and didn't want to tell me he's not interested because I'm fat, chopped, and broke. F my fucking loser virgin life. I'm about to turn 25 and I'm still a virgin. I feel like it's too late now. Everyone knows more about intimacy than I ever could, and no one will ever want an unattractive, inexperienced femcel. I'm just a lonely virgin femcel gamer. Bro, why are there women in this incel community? They're like f***ing locusts.
Yeah,
they come in, they gentrify everything. Sports, politics, board games, video games. Now the incel community, the hating women club is being invaded by women. Is nothing
Brutal.
Sacred? There's no such thing as a female incel, okay? There's no such thing as a heterosexual female incel. Dating and finding a
This is factually correct. Factually correct.
relationship, different.
You can find a guy who will fuck you. It will not be a guy that you will always want to fuck you, but the question is, can you find a guy to fuck you? The answer is always yes if you're a woman. Always.
But any man
Always.
would f*** you. It doesn't
Yes,
matter
literally.
how fat, how socially awkward, how ugly. Men f*** couches.
Exactly.
Men f*** rotisserie
Yes.
chickens.
That's-
You can find a man who will
Maybe.
f*** you. All
Yes.
female incels are volcels.
Yes.
That is my hot take. I know I'm a fake cell, but I truly wish I was a true cell. The only woman who truly loved me for who I am is gone from this world, and I'm the only one to blame. I wish I was a true cell so I didn't know what true love felt like.
Brutal.
Sometimes when I cook, I like to imagine I'm cooking for a loving
is
partner
sad,
who's excited
man.
for me to join them at the table, but then I turn around and nobody's there and a little part of me dies inside. Every night I go to sleep thinking about kissing a girl just once. Another man's child has the eyes of the woman I love. She's better off without me, and soon enough she'll forget the color of my eyes and the way we laugh together, while I'll be trapped in those memories forever. I like how in the women posting L's video, it was like, I got drunk and peed on my date, teehee, and the men posting L's video, it's like, I want to myself. Like, this shit isn't even funny. I don't even know.
Sad.
I don't even know what to say to this. This is just depressing. Black bean chili. Mom would hit me until I stopped crying as a kid, and now I'm an emotional wreck to any girl I talk to. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I need a girl to beat me like my mom did. Oh. A Freud cell. I've given up on getting women. My goal now is to get as fat as possible. A friend of mine said I look like a serial killer, but not a hot one. What's up with women and the serial shit? Okay, for all my weird flaws,
yeah.
At least I do not have a serial fetish, okay? That is one I do not have. I can't-
That one is, yeah, that's definitely strange. And it's like, you'd think that them being the empathetic gender would be able to keep it in their pants when talking about a person who's taken innocent lives, but no. He's hot, so it's fine. Insane. It's actually kind of nuts, because, like, why would it ever be something that, even if it turns you on, you admit publicly? Because it's a real person, right? It's like, obviously, you know, people feel very comfortable admitting that they like lolicon and stuff like that. And I think it's, you know, primarily because it's not a real person, right? I think it's still fucking weird, but at least it's like, you know, not based on someone who's actually done, you know, like killings. Meanwhile, women are just like, let's do a fan cam. Girls, can you download CapCut and edit Richard Ramirez for me? Yes. Yeah, and make sure you got the Pink Pantheress song in the background.
Stop having homosexual fantasies about me and my classmate, and I wake up with a boner every morning. The cold showers are not fun. I'm not gay, but imagining how slim his legs are makes me feel hot. I'm not gay, but I keep fantasizing about how soft and smooth bro's legs are. I was in the bathroom trying to eat a banana when two guys walked in and I could hear them kissing. I squashed my banana in anger because of the jealousy I felt. And to make matters worse, I think I grabbed the wrong kind of banana. Haha, I just accidentally squeezed my dick to the sound of two men kissing. I cook so often for my roommate that I've started to feel like his boy wife. Maybe in another life I was his gatherer trad wife and he was my Chad Hunter husband. Is it time to start femboy maxing? Sometimes I have inappropriate thoughts about other men and I hit myself in the head repeatedly. Men out here fighting demons. And the demons is bisexuality. Listen, it's 2025. Nobody gives a shit if you're gay anymore. That's basically like being straight nowadays in the world of demisexual gender goblins or whatever the fuck. You're good, bro. Just don't be a furry. Went on Grindr to see if I was lovable and they rejected me. You were rejected on Grindr? That's impossible. Dudes will literally hit up someone on Grindr before the person even has a profile picture. They'll just like get in the DMs like, hey, wanna bang? I swear to God, talk to any gay male friend of yours. They will say the same. The gay male community is what all of human sexuality would look like if women were not the gatekeepers of sex. And it's horrifying. I've said before that hookup culture is basically straight people culturally appropriating gay culture, and it's been a complete disaster for society. 18 male. I haven't seen my friends in months, and all I do with my time is work at my job. Welcome to being an adult, unfortunately. Welcome to the next 45 years of your life. I love the people in the comments like, imagine having a job, you have friends? This guy is doing better than
The thing is, like, I could probably go on, like, the whole, the rant about gay people, but this video is about women, so we're gonna, you know, only make comments that pertain to the topic at hand. We could veer off, but we're not gonna do that today.
And like 90% of this subreddit, and he's only 18. It's never been less over for someone. I'm only 16, and I've already wasted my entire life. I'm gonna turn 18 in a few days. I'm below average in everything. If you are 17 years old, you are basically a child. You are a baby. What are you doing on the incel subreddit? All these people like, oh, I'm 16, oh, I'm 17. Is it over for me? This was me at 16, okay? Quoting Invader Zim, going on newgrounds.com, and now look at me. You know, on second thought, I am exactly where someone like that would end up, aren't I? Never mind. What I'm trying to say is, it's not over, okay? It's never over, but it's especially not over when you are that young. It's not like you're 36 or something. A pretty girl sat next to me on the bus, and I leaked a bit of pre-cum. I'm 36. Oh.
That's disturbing.
Sorry. Spent my last $10 on OnlyFans. Here's my dinner.
Jesus.
Why would you spend money on some stupid whore when you could spend money on a different stupid whore? Me. I won't get naked or talk to you, but you can support me on Patreon. All patrons get the uncensored version of every video, so you can hear me say, f shit, bitch, link down below. Much smarter way to waste your money, if I do say so myself. Anyway, obviously, many of these people are being silly, they're being
So anyway, yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. As you could probably guess, I think a lot of these are fake, but enough of them are real to make it so that the fake ones blend right in, which is very disturbing. But at the end of at the end of the day, we gotta do better, right? I think men deserve more, but they have to, make something of themselves, whether they like it or not. Like I know the whole thing of like when you go 25 years without a woman, you are sort of like, what's even the point of looks maxing or becoming something that attracts women? If even before I was fat and broke, I couldn't get women. But it's like, it doesn't hurt to try. There's a saying that I really like. I don't know where it's from, but it's like, build a beautiful garden, and even if it doesn't attract butterflies, at least you still have a beautiful garden. I forget who it's from. I actually heard that from the YouTuber Ibs. We were talking about something, I think like a year or two ago, and it stuck with me so much, and I might send him this clip on Discord just to shout him out. But it's literally just like, even if you get nothing, romantically from making yourself better, you've made yourself better, right? So you have gotten something. It's like, yeah, if you get a six pack and, you make your face look nicer and you get a lot of money and, you improve your relationships and you get good hobbies. It's like, well, yeah, maybe even then women will not flock to you for whatever reason, but you still have had, a long journey and you've just lived your life. And so that's a win in my book. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Please do leave a like. If you made it to the fucking end of this video, if you actually made it to the end of this video, secret word time. Let's do mango. Mango's the secret word because we got a little energy drink here. Comment mango and I will heart some of these. I appreciate you guys so much. The generational run hopefully starts the month of November. I hope to have a really good month on YouTube. Past few months have not been great, but it's ebb and flow, up and down. And so, yeah, that's how it goes. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys all later. Goodbye.